Going down, we have Estrella, we have Lemon, we have Bjorn, we have Hero as well, and many, many others. But for now, we're focusing on our next series. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the blue Protoss, representing Blacklist International. It is Creator. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Protoss player from South Korea, representing Gen G Esports. It is Trap. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is time to get your gambler going, because predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series and who you think will advance on to face off against the winner of Shin and Geralt in the quarterfinals in that round of 8. Here we go. Meanwhile, before I get ahead of myself, as the name of the tournament does suggest, Wardi is also covering his own matches. Wardi is also live with the tournament. I don't know which matches he is in at the moment, but I'm sure he's somewhere else, enjoying some of these amazing matches. I would not be opposed to Wardi jumping into like Skillless Nightmare, into Clem later on, or even covering some of Estrella's games. Estrella, he did recently defeat Bjorn, and we have potentially a rematch between Estrella and Bjorn as well. So a lot of just really good potential matches are going to be occurring. So yeah, shout outs and best of luck to Wardi. Is also casting and also covering matches. Ourselves, Rex is going to be casting after he gets after his tournament performance. Likewise, Eno is casting in South Korean as well. So plenty of coverage, plenty of matches. Not opposed to like opening up some tabs and opening up some extra windows, setting up all these matches on all these screens. Watch everything at once. Aye, aye, aye. Until then, standard openers. 2 get opener out of Creator, likewise 2 get opener out of Trap. So far so good. You can see Trap did attempt to hide the pylon, but Creator, he double checks the main base. He confirms that the pylon has been placed further back, and it was a fake proxy by Trap. Will he make use of the pylon though? Curious. You can see he's hiding the probe. Oh! Does hide the probe, does keep it hidden here towards the top side. Creator, he does not confirm. And Trap, does he commit to anything? Is opening up double adept? Do we go for the Stargate? Or the expand? The expansion is going to be delayed. Creator likewise opening up double Stalker. Stalkers are moving out. It looks like Trap will be taking his Nexus. Doesn't throw down the Stargate. It looks like he was tempted, but Creator, he was very quick to scout and to double check. Ooh, pylon does complete. And here come the Stalkers. They're on the way. Creator is waddling across the map. If he can get on top of these adepts, he can delay the snipe of the pylon or the killing of the pylon. Once again, trying to keep up with the shades. Backup Stalkers have arrived. Trap will defend, and Creator, he gets the hell out of there. Doesn't want to get caught out, doesn't want to be overwhelmed. Will retreat and expand. As a result, Creator, he does have the faster expansion. Trap is behind when it comes to the overall natural base timing, and there's nothing to really show for it. Again, there's no earlier attack, just a big delay due to the pylon. Meanwhile, we can see Creator just puffing up his chest a little bit here. Hallucinates his scouts, hallucinates a couple of adepts as well. As Trap does threaten the shade, doesn't commit. Safety shield batteries finishing up. Creator taking into his own blink. Twilight Council's on the way. Same can be said for Trap. So both players are taking in similar directions. Creator with the hallucination will confirm the Twilight Council timing and the fact that there is an expansion. So Creator, he knows that there's no all-in. He's aware of the tech. He knows he doesn't have to worry about a proxy Stargate or a Stargate and Oracle harass. Knows he can cut some corners, focus on his economy, and build up. So Creator is still looking for a proxy, just in case. Just a little bit paranoid. As we can see, there's nothing out on the map. Creator's just confirming. And you can see that because of the faster expansion, Creator, he's actually up 2 workers. 34 probes to, they're now 33. Trap slightly behind in the economy. Due to that Nexus timing. Isn't the biggest of differences, but it can slowly build up over time. Now we have Trap and Creator both expanding, taking their thirds at the same time. Getting to their third base production, it looks like we are going to calm things down and embrace a longer game state. No crazy aggression from either side, and both players just macroing up instead. Creator does confirm the third base, so does Trap. And both players, they both hallucinate, they both scout, they both confirm. I just now realized that saying the phrase hallucinated scout kind of sounds weird. If you take it literally, it's like, wait, so they thought they saw something, but they didn't? It's like, no, they scouted with a hallucination. I just never thought about it like that. But yeah, they confirm. They know what they saw. As Creator's just confirming. Likewise, taking the main, going for the Forge, going for upgrades. The Creator slightly ahead when it comes to his own Forge timing. +1 is already on the way. Trap just now making his own Forge. Ooh, but he does have Blink. He does threaten the natural. Creator not quite in position. And probes are going down. He gets one. Gets one worker so far. Does not get the Stalker. The Shield Battery putting in a lot of work. Yeah, very nice catch here from Creator. He chases down Trap as well. Gets the Stalker. At the same time, double adept towards the third base. Likewise, ooh, bit of a distraction here towards the natural as well. And Trappy's pulling Creator apart. Again, Creator overextending, chasing down the main army. Means these adepts are wreaking havoc. 9 probe kills across and 10 probe kills across the map. Oh my god. And with that, Trap takes a worker lead. He was slightly behind earlier, now getting ahead. Now the downside here, of course, looking at the units tab, is the Stalker count. Creator, he has 14 Stalkers to the 11 of Trap. Creator, he can take a fight, but that's why Trap is setting up. Shield Battery is ready, backup pylons are on the way, there's going to be the overcharge as well. Despite Creator's army supply lead, pushing into this third base is not going to be easy. So Creator instead, he backs off, he's sharking around looking for any stray units. Trying to catch out these Stalkers. Alas, Trap does get away, can always recall. Creator does not find him. So with that, we have our back and forth. Trap is taking up and getting into charge of Archon. Temple Archives on the way. Meanwhile, Creator going for charge as well, but I believe there's only Immortal Production. Yeah, there is. There we go. I was going to say there is no Temple Archives. There was none, but now it has begun. So both players taking in the same direction. Trap is slightly ahead when it, or slightly, yeah, further ahead when it comes to the timing of his Archons. Temple Archives is now done. +2 does begin for Creator, so he's still staying on top of that upgrade lead, but it's not as large as it once was. Ooh, as Trap, he does hit once again with his 4 Stalkers. And 4 Stalkers, they do one-shot probes. 1, 2 probes go down, 3 probes. It is at a cost of a handful of Stalkers, but still worth it. Creator, he races back home. We'll clean this up. Now, not the best trade. 4 Stalkers for 3 probes, but regardless, Creator is pinned back, and you can see Trap, he's focusing a lot more on a Zealot-heavy composition. So is Creator. What I mean by that, only 3 gases. There's no second gas here at the natural, there's no gases here at the third base either. Now this does also mean that every Stalker is that much more important, because you don't really have that much gas to replenish your Stalker army. Speaking of, another Stalker goes down. Trap is mainly going to be reinforcing with Zealots. Does punish Creator, trading 1 for 1. Creator doing the same. Actually, never mind. Creator does take an extra gas geyser. So with that, Creator, he's affording more Immortals. Just trying to catch up. Heavier Stalker count as well. Trap does rotate towards the 4th base. Creator rotating as well. Again, Zealots, they're so cheap and they're so good against Stalkers. And there's only the 1 Archon so far. I'm concerned for Creator. Trap, he dives in. Creator coming in for the surround. Does come in with the flank. Overcharge gets popped. Trying to keep the Archon alive. Shield Battery gets started down. And Trap, he's breaking through. As I say that, though, Zealots are getting to all the Immortals. Zealots, they come in from behind, they warp into reinforce, and Creator, he will defend. The concave collapsed in, cleans up the Archons, takes out the prison. GG gets called, and Creator, he holds. He cleans up the army, and will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. I was concerned that Creator would not be able to hold on to his third base. If you saw Trap, he was so decisive, diving in, focusing down the shield battery. He did commit quite hard there, but I wasn't quite ready for the flank. Likewise, again, Trap was that much more committed. We mentioned it, Trap, he was staying on a very low gas count, reinforced with purely Zealot. He had no further tech behind it. He had no further economy behind it. And with that, GG. GG, well played. Creator does take a lead in the series, and now we're getting into our next game. Getting into game number 2. Oh my god. And we'll see how this story ends. I'm hoping for an ace match. I'm hoping we can go all the way to game 3, but we'll see. It will come down to our players. The pressure is now on the red Protoss, but spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Golden Aura. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the blue Protoss, representing Blacklist International, leading the series 1-0. It is Creator. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player representing Genji Esports. My mind was on international. Genji Esports. It is Trap. Here we go. I saw the chat. Well, Madlab put 100k on Trap. Mate, you just answered your question, Bobby. He may not have actually said anything in the chat, but yo, we all know that Gemini's gotta be lurking, right? It's gotta be. And again, I could definitely see this going to the ace match. You know, Trap, he was of course quite decisive, but alas, did push into a concave, into an overcharge, into shield battery, into a Creator that was preparing, was getting ready, was able to barely survive. We'll see if Trap can bring it back. Can it bring it back here? As for now, once again, 2-gate openers. 2-gate opener out of Creator, likewise 2-gate opener out of Trap. Probes are across the map, scouting for any missing pylon. As we can see, there is no pylon out. Sorry, there is no probe out on the map to throw down a proxy. So it looks like a standard opener once again. As the second pylon gets placed, this time Trap does not try to hide it further back in the main. This time it is thrown down for all to see. There we go. Creator does confirm. Likewise, across the map, we do have Trap. Sorry, we do have Creator also building up. His pylon was also placed. Trap also confirmed. Meanwhile, we do have a bit of a difference this time, as Creator throws down the pylon to delay the expansion 2 games in a row. We have Trap instead going for tech first, going for a Stargate. There's going to be a Stargate opener into Oracle. Trap likewise moving out, fending off the probe. And it's going to be on Creator to get a read on what's going on and try to scout his opponent. Recognize, of course, that he does have to defend, has to protect his mineral lines. But now the sentry is out, can soon go for hallucination. We're now getting a safety shield battery here at the natural. If Trap did open up double Stalker into a third and fourth Stalker, then Creator would be ready for it. So very safe play out of Creator, and the hallucination does move out across the map. Stalkers that don't quite intercept. Oracle's on the way. And Creator, he should be able to confirm. There we go. Does get eyes on the Stargate. Is fully aware of what's going on. And back at home should be warping in. Until then, Trap does poke at the front door. Chipping away at the main army. But last there is that shield battery. Creator going for the shield battery in the main. Again, one Oracle cannot overpower the healing of a shield battery. Not quite. A second Oracle can. And this will just give Creator enough time to respond. And there we go. He even has 2 Stalkers in position. Now, you could argue that this Oracle has already done some inadvertent damage. That is true. It's forced out a shield battery. It's forced extra Stalkers. Has forced a defensive position here from Creator. But at the same time, Creator, he's now getting ahead tech-wise, getting to the Twilight Council and starting a Blink. On top of that, Trap is still hoping for some worker damage, some worker kills. Hasn't gotten any probes yet. Does threaten to dive, does shade into the main. Two Adepts taking one-shot probes. And they get one probe so far. Just the one. Not worth it for Trap. One probe for two Adepts. Meanwhile, Stasis Trap is denied at the natural. Creator was in position. Creator was ready. And Creator does defend. Meanwhile, across the map, Creator is looking for the third. Third base now not quite going to be placed. There we go. Probe is on the way. Creator double checking, getting eyes on any extra gateways. Blink is on the way. Creator already expanding, already taking a third. Is ahead. Has a faster third base, faster forge, faster +1. That means it's that much more pressure on Trap. Looks like he will be expanding. Did warp in extra stalkers. There we go, there's the third. And the Creator is still just sending out some non-stop hallucinations. And again, this is the power of a sentry opener. Here's the hallucination scouts. Trap, he doesn't have a single sentry, so he's a little bit more in the dark. He's really relying on the Oracle instead for scouting information. And Creator does at least confirm. Yeah, but Creator, he's aware of the expansion. Back at home, he's setting up. Shield battery is ready. Does hallucinate a couple of stalkers just in case. Remember, Trap does have the larger army. Does have more stalkers. Trap can always dive into the main as well. Army is spotted. Creator getting ready. Mortar production has begun. Blink has finished off with players. Trap's still looking for a way in. Rotating around. Charge has begun for Creator. And Creator still enjoys a worker lead. Still has a better economy. Trap still sharking around, getting his own third saturated. Is building up. I believe Trap, he has not begun charge, so he's actually going for just purely stalkers. He hasn't taken, there we go. I was going to say he hasn't taken an extra gas geyser at the natural. He hasn't, but he has taken it here at the third base. Hallucination does confirm the gas. And now Creator knows. He knows it is going to be more stalker heavy instead. Creator taking a fourth, so is Trap. Both players taking up into Archons. I would imagine that Trap still wants to get into charge himself, but not yet. Let's back off, and soon Creator's going to be the one to move out. His gateways are set up, a +2 is on the way. Prism, that's all that as well. Now, we saw something similar last game, and I wasn't too convinced that Creator was going to be able to hold on, but he did, have an amazing defense and did take it in the end. We'll see if Trap can do the same. As now Creator is the one moving out. Charge is done. Here come the Zealots, here come the Archons, and here comes the War Prism to reinforce. Creator does have the army supply lead. Trap moving out on the map. Has to be careful, does spot the army. There are stasis traps. A lot of this can come down to the stasis. Creator finds a straight pylon. Hallucination gets eyes on the Zealot army. And here we go, it's all or nothing for Creator. Again, it's almost like Creator is taking the role of Trap from game 1. The stasis, oh my god, a massive trap goes off. And the majority of the Stalkers, they get caught out. A strong start for Trap. And Creator, he's gonna be delayed. Just to buy a little bit more time. He can't quite commit, not into these Archons. And big Archon volleys going off. Oof. Creator bleeding out 2 Stalkers. He's gonna try to commit, he's trying to push in, but this is on stasis. Only on 2 Zealots. 1 Archon goes down, there's 2 Archons left. One of them morphing in. Never mind, the 1 Archon remaining for Trap. If it goes down, that could be it. Creator is so close to breaking Trap. Does need more Archons. Creator morphing in his own. Creator pushing forward. Tempted to dive. Again, just being very patient. 2nd Archon's on the way. Creator, he's almost maxed. Does blink in. Takes down the cannon. Boys are being pulled. He's getting on top of that final Archon, but there's 1 more coming in. You see Creator pulling back with those Zealots. Nice hold position micro as well. And Creator, he has taken out the 3rd or the 4th. 4th base is going to fall. Looks like Creator, he does have too much. Again, just making sure the Zealots, they don't bunch up. Don't bunch up. Going for the Nexus. Mineral line went down. Ooh, so much splash damage on the Zealots. Now the stasis goes up. But it looks like it's still just too much. Trap, he cannot keep up. Not anymore. And with these reinforcements, we get a full surround. GG gets called, and Creator, he will take this series 2-0. GG. Whew. Oh my god. GG, well played, Creator. He will take it. Again, a very intense best of 3 here between Creator and Trap. In game 1, Creator, he was more of the defender. He had taken extra gases, and he was taking more defensive role in that initial game. In game 2, the roles were reversed. Creator was the aggressor instead, staying on a lower gas count, massing up with mass Zealots. But what's important is in the lead up to that kind of push, to that aggression from Creator, he had the better economy. Remember, the Oracle Opener didn't really do much damage, the Adepts didn't get any damage either. Creator, he was able to get a stronger start to the game, a stronger economy, leading into that eventual move out. Trap was doing a really good job at buying time, but as we saw, he wasn't quite able to capitalize on it as much as he wanted. Creator, he was so careful with his Zealot control, made sure he never just aped in, made sure he was always pulling back with the Zealots or a whole position micro as well to make sure he didn't lose too many. Again, if you aim move in with your Zealots, you just lose everything. You lose all your Zealots, you're so vulnerable to Archon splash damage. So Creator, he was so careful with that. Likewise, so on top of it, sniping the Archons as well, and GG. GG, well played, Creator. He does take the series. Congratulations. Congratulations. We'll take the series 2-0 and we'll advance on to the quarterfinals, where I believe he has his next opponent. Or does he? Let's find out.